Revelio. I wonder if Adelaide's uncle could be down there. Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Not quite.
Potatoes!
I don't think you know who you're dealing with. Someone thinks they can outlast me!
Confringo!
I've been fighting since before you were. Why can't I hit you? Ha! The move of a coward. No! I will make you pay.
Confringo!
Pity, not quite. Oh, that was meant for me.
Glacier! You've one less follower, Ranrock. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Please, pass me my wand. I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please. My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you. You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars.
Been locked in that infernal cell for so long they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you. Truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
You are here. Good.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so. He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak with him.
Where could Archie have gone?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow. I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
He must be around here somewhere. When did you last see him?
Archie was home with his father while I was out. His satchel's missing. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
What reason would Harlow have to kill your husband?
My husband had been looking into Harlow's dealings and discovered some of what he's been up to. I begged him to leave it alone, but he was convinced that...
We'll find your son, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. What am I going to do? Where are...
What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we need. We will need something more. This must be little Archie's hideout that Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie? Archie Bickle! He would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way. I thought we would have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope you're right. Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly. Wolves! Prepare for a fight.
Potato! Confringo! Depulso!
Expelliarmus! Arresto momentum!
Confringo! Descendo! Glacius! Depulso! Defender!
I hope Archie didn't cross paths with that wolf pack. We should look around.
Archie's satchel! Why would he leave it behind?
He was likely running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again.
Revelio.
Archie went this way. I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a reason for pursuing Archie.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
He would never overcome it. At least not in any way I can imagine.
Revelio.
A fork in the road. We will need Revelio again.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way. Thestrals. They are beautiful, are they not?
You can see Thestrals too.
I witnessed death when I was 9. Saw my
Revelio.
first Thestral shortly thereafter. I found comfort in it. I still do. I think those of us who have witnessed death deserve some comfort.
I'm sorry you experienced something like that at so young an age.
I was with my father when he died. My mother was away, and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways, but in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
You must miss him.
My father was a wonderful man. Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
Taking in children now, are we? Better not be expected to feed him.
It is as I feared. They have Archie. Be on your guard. There can be no mistakes.
Did you... Protego!
Better be a beast. Are you even trying?
Incendio!
Ready to scatter?
Petrificus totalis! On your toes, my little troll.
Pathetic display. Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Tickles! Confringo!
Expulso!
Incendio!
Petrificus totalis!
Expulso! To your knees!
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Oh, no, you don't.
You're easier to spot than an irrumpant. Knew you were still hanging about. You can't hold out forever. I know your kind. You weaken quickly.
Sendo! Incendio!
They got what they deserved. To expect this tent to be so large on the inside, that complicates things a little. Hush now.
You don't think he saw it happen, do you?
Of course he did. Why else would he have run?
He's just a child. We should release him. This is
Harlow will decide what to do with him once he gets back.
Ah!
Help! Can someone help me? Is anybody there?
Whew.
Petrificus Just to
What's
tell
that?
us.
Better have a look.
Can someone help me? Is anybody there?
Perhaps it's dinner I'm hearing.
Who's there? Potato!
What was that sound?
Expulso!
Defender! Confringo!
You've made a great...
Descendo!
Another pitiful beast caught in my...
Defender!
Don't think you're going to get out of this alive.
Confringo!
You're going to regret that.
Descender!
How? Can someone help me?
Expelliarmus!
They got what they deserved.
எங்கடா இருக்க டேய் குட்டி
How?
பையா
Can someone help me? Is anybody there? Please, I need your help.
இங்க இருக்கானா
Archie? Archie Bickle? How do you know who I am? Your mother sent us to find you.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Not too loud, Archie.
Sorry.
We need to get this open. Alohomora.
A man called Harlow. He killed my father.
We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it. But first we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving me.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Archie. Now, let's get you home. We know a safe way back.
சின்ன பையன் இருக்கிறனால சண்டை போடக்கூடாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்
Oh, Archie! You're here! Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother. Father's friends are in danger. I heard the people who took me talking about them.
Which friends, darling?
Mr. and Mrs. Rabe. Mr. Filbert. And I think they also said Otto's name.
I shall speak with them. You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
Your husband's friends may be in danger.
Just as he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow. The last thing we need is that monster coming after you.
We don't want to worry you. I'm sorry again about your husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on one roof alone. We are here to help each other. I must learn more about Mr. Bickle's friends and why Harlow is after them. You'll be hearing from me as soon as I know something. Thank you for your help today.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
What are you up to now?
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards, he was.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I couldn't help it over here. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
Imagine.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
I am unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
Don't be stingy.
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
மாதிரி ஒரே இடத்துல எம்பிட்டு இங்கேதான் இருக்கா சண்டை போடணும் சண்டை போடணும்
Such arrogance. I've never seen a sword like it.
One of Ranrock's camps. Exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Wizards are running scared. As they should be. Who's there? What was that? They were just here. Wizards are running scared. As they should be. I'll cut you from shoes to chapeau. No! You arrogant!
Confringo! Defender!
I won't. Let's get this over with. Over here! One less human to worry. How nice of you to stop by.
Confringo!
Lucky, that's all. Don't get accustomed to that.
Confringo! Defender! One camp down. One more to go.
That's the student who released Oaks. I've never seen a wizard use magic like this.
I'll get you.
Defender! Confringo!
You won't defeat us all! There's the student from the tower.
Are you
You won't get away with that.
Pressed ominous regarding Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain.
Findo! Confringo! Protego!
Why can't I hit you?
Expelliarmus!
This is where you will fail. I won't rest until you're dead.
Confringo! Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
இவ்வளவு நாளா இது தெரியும் சரி இதை வச்சே சண்டை போட்டு வந்தாங்க வேற லெவல்ல இங்க வார விவசாயத்தை
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
New instruments are expensive, you know.
I can't quite pick.
I do miss the
I could use some gold.
Poor customers.
Puzzling indeed.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
I should be going now. Thank you.
கோட் நான் மாற்ற போகிறேன் எனக்கு அந்த கோட் பிடிக்கவே இல்லை கேவலமாக இருக்கு
Thank you. Sincerely.
Could be enough for another instrument. If things keep going as they are, well...
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you! How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk clumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Excuse me, did you say something about a Bardolph Beaumont?
Oh, hello again. How nice to see you. And yes, I did. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. Shame, really. With Ranrock's camps cleared out, I have a feeling he'd have given up on dark magic altogether.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Incendio! Confringo! Ascendo! Incendio! Confringo! Ascendo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Is that Infurious wearing a woolly jumper? That must be Bardolph. Protego! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Protego! Bardolph's woolen jumper. I'm not sure Madame Beaumont would want to know what really happened to him.
Revelio.
An entry from Bardolph's journal. He overheard whispers. A plan, something to do with him.
அவ்வளோதானா?
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
I do hope my brother is all right.
Madame Beaumont, I believe I have some news of your brother.
Bardolph? What do you know of my brother?
I'm afraid he's joined the Ashwinders and has no interest in returning.
What? No, this can't be. He was seeking their advice, that's all.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph. You've made Upper Hogsfield safer, and for that, I thank you.
Still in there, I didn't see it. கொண்டுட்டேன். இருடா நான் இந்த ஃப்ரெண்டின் டீடம் குடிச்சிட்டு வரேன். அவனோட போய் சாப்பிடுவோம்.
Come now, don't be stingy. ஃபஸ்ட்டு பலூனே விட்டுட்டேன்.
Wonder who lives here.
Bandage.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. I still need to visit the cave to find Sorona's box of letters. Better have a look around, see about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Confringo!
My God. என்னடா வந்து மாட்டேன்
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Confringo! Protego! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus! Should think they felt that in London.
பிசாசு பையன் என்ன அடி அடிக்கிறான் நாசமா போகுது
I should take this box of letters to... I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad...
సరైన అట్టగానే కొండ పెట్టుకుంటున్నాను
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Butterbeer.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
what you did! Ha! I have no tolerance for thieves!
Off on another adventure, are we?
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Pardon me? Might I ask a favor of you?
Hello, is there something I can help you with?
How do you do? I'm Satirissa Tugwood, and I have an exciting business proposition for you. Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in business. But I only want to help the less fortunate.
That's incredibly nice of you.
Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty cream. A cream that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, Boobotuber pus. Boobotubers do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however. If only I could pay someone to collect a few for me.
I can try and find some for you if I have the time.
Marvelous. I'd go myself, but I don't want to. I only need a few Boobotubers, but they grow wild, so you'll have to look around. Our spotty classmates are counting on you, so you mustn't tarry.
Forest.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
மட்டும் முடிச்சிட்டேன் மண்ணாச்சு
This is where Saccharissa said to go. Now, where are those Boobotubers?
செத்து கிடக்கானா எப்படி கிடக்கான் நீ வேணாம் அதுல ட்ரோல் இருக்குன்னு தெரியுது
Revelio. Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness.
That's the best you can do, is it?
Incendio!
Revelio. Just my luck. A troll. Glacius. Pulso. Confringo. Defender. Glacius. Revelio. Protego. Confringo. Defender. Glacius. Pulso. Rest easy, my large friend. Revelio.
Confringo!
Oh, what's the light go out of your eyes? You having the knack at all?
That should do it. I'd better get back to Sakurissa now.